All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things. All right, so of course we got to talk about Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj and New Body and all the Kanye West drama. So if you guys are not caught up to speed, Kanye West dropped his latest project, but he also wanted Nicki Minaj to get on to release her to clear the New Body record for Kanye West to put that on his new album. However, Nicki Minaj did not want to clear the record New Body that has been out for over 4 years now at this point. It was leaked years ago. Nicki Minaj is kind of over that era, but the fans really, really loved that record. It did really well in the streets on YouTube amongst fan bases. A lot of people really liked it. So Kanye West wanted to put it on his new album. However, Nicki Minaj was like, I don't really want that on my project. I don't want to deal with it. I've got my own album out. I got my own tour out. And so I don't really want to put it out. So she didn't clear it. So Kanye West, was a little upset that Nicki Minaj didn't clear it. So he got with his team, and him and his team reached out to Doja Cat and Ice Spice to have them re-record the record so that the record could be put out. That was messy. Doja Cat didn't take the bait, but apparently Ice Spice took the bait. However, she took the bait. She did the record. She went to the studio. She did the verse. She sent the record. But now Kanye West is saying that her and her team won't clear the record to be released after she went and recorded the verse. Why is that? Some people are saying maybe perhaps it's now there's a little backlash now. People are nervous. She was nervous about the backlash because, she's heavily affiliated with Taylor Swift. So that could be a bad move. Taylor Swift gave her a huge look. And then two, it just kind of looks weird for Ice Spice to do that on the heels of, Nicki Minaj and the relationship that her and Nicki Minaj has. Here's my thought. First of all, I think that Kanye West was definitely being messy by sending it to Ice Spice and Doja Cat. Now, I think Ice Spice is even messier for taking the bait and doing the verse and sending it. My thing is, why even do a verse if you're not going to put it out? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is some sick publicity stuff to get the people going and get the people talking about Kanye's album and possibly roll this, and Ice Spice's team is trying to use this to roll out her project. But this is a mess. First of all, Ice Spice, you're in between three people: Taylor Swift and Kanye West, and Nicki Minaj and Kanye West. For Ice Spice's team to be so strategic and so smart, this was a dumb move, because both of the women that you're affiliated with have obviously have dealings with Kanye West, and they don't really have a relationship at this point. Taylor Swift and Kanye West clearly have no relationship, and Nicki Minaj and Kanye West don't have a relationship. Yeah, Ice Spice, you're in the middle of both of them, and you have a relationship with both of them. Both of those women gave you, some of your biggest records, and both of those women, kind of put you on game. You made some real magic with those women. So I think it's weird. But I wanted to zero in on the Nicki Minaj piece more. I think it's even more weird that she would do that with Nicki Minaj, because to me, I think that she's saying, hey, I can replace Nicki on that. Now, it's a bold move. I'm interested, seated, and ready, because it feels as though Ice Spice has the confidence to say, listen, I can replace Nicki on this record, and I could meet the standard or surpass the standard, because you don't get on New Body and think, I'll just kind of slide on it a little bit and it'll do what it do. No, Nicki Minaj set the bar very, very high on this record. And you stepping into the game saying, hey, I'm going to send my verse in. What type of record this is. The publicity that'll be around this record. How big of a moment this is. And that you will have to deliver. And so, in my mind, this is Ice Spice saying, yes, I can deliver and I can replace Nicki Minaj and do a better job on this record than she did. And as a listener, I'm seated. Now, if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm side-eyeing you like, girl, why would you go and even do this record? Like, girl, so if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm not doing any looks. I'm not giving her any more looks. That is what it is. Now, some people will say it's business. Yeah, it is business. But the problem that I have with the it's business conversation is, you know, you're still stepping on my toes and I thought we had a relationship. Now, perhaps they may have had a conversation and Ice Spice said, you know what, I'll do it. But my thing, I mean, you know, perhaps, you know, Nicki and Ice Spice may have had a conversation and Nicki's like, hey, I'm cool with it. No problem, do it. I just think that it's a little interesting that she would go and send this verse out knowing how that looks optically and knowing, you know, the climate around this record and this verse. I feel as though that was not a very strategic or smart move. And I feel like the people advising Ice Spice to do stuff like this was not very smart. I think that they got a little bit cocky and they started getting in their own way a little bit. And this is not the kind of movement that you need. Ice Spice, you know, while I think Ice Spice is great and arguably, you know, people say that Ice Spice washed Nicki on the Barbie World record. This is you like Ice Spice. I'm gagging. I don't see Ice Spice being able to, you know, do a better new body verse than Nicki Minaj. That's a bold statement. You know what I mean? That's a real bold statement. But this also goes to show, you know, Ice Spice really wants a main position as well. So it's really interesting how these girls come into the game. Because these girls come into the game like they want to be, you know, Nicki's mini-me, the princess, this, that, and the third. But yet, you know, the second that you get to try to, you know, pull a rug from underneath her, you're doing it. I'm not mad at that. I'm never mad for people trying to grow. I'm never mad for people trying to, you know, be in their own lane and do their thing and stand out. But I just wish the girls would lead with that. They never lead with this idea of wanting to be the main character. They always want to lead with this idea of being a team player. When majority of these girls don't want to be a team player, they play along to get along with the intention of becoming the main character after they suck you dry for whatever benefit or look that you could give them. You know what I mean? They're cool with you just until they don't need you anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how this looks to me, because if you really, really was cool with Nicki, you really, really respected Nicki Minaj, you would know that, first of all, you know, I wouldn't want to be caught in the middle of this drama because it looks very messy on Kanye's end. So I'm not going to get on this. I don't care, Kanye. You're going to have to send me something else. Do not send me this. You know I have a relationship with Nicki. You know this is an iconic record for her. You know, if she doesn't want to do it, I'm going to get out of that because optically, it's going to look bad. I have a lot of her fans support me. She supports me. I like you, Kanye. I would want to get on this, but you're putting me in a very difficult position right now. Of course I would want to get on the record, but you know, I have this relationship here and I don't really want to be in the middle of this, and I don't want a messy rollout of this record. And so I want this record to be received well, and I don't want it to be received with a bunch of drama. So I probably won't get on this record because it's going to do more damage to me than benefit me. Unless, I mean, that's kind of what I would have gave. Unless in her hearts of hearts, she don't care. And she felt like, you know what? I'm going to body this record and I'm going to do it better than Nicki Minaj. I mean, that's the only other way. And for her to do the verse, send the verse in, only thing I could think of, she felt like she can do it better than Nicki. So when we at this point, well, girl, step out of the princess lane, girl, and let's head for the title of the queen. Let's get in the ring and put it on the floor. Put it on the floor, Ice Spice. I want to hear what it sounds like. You let those people gas you up. You feeling yourself. Put it on the floor. My thing is this. Don't pull back now. Because here's the thing. You done got in bed with messy Kanye. I love Kanye. But you done got in bed with Kanye. So Kanye's going to spill the beans. So now the damage is done. We already side-eyeing you and looking away. So you might as well clear it. The secret is out. The fact that you sent the record in and recorded the record and sent the record in, that was enough. So you might as well get your coin and put it out because we know that you did it. So we know how you felt. We know that your intention, or at least we're going to make it up in our mind, because there's only one way to think about it. You were ready to replace Nicki on the record, and you feel like you could, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You ready to replace Nicki? You ready to get in the ring? You think you could out-rap Nicki on this song? You think you can do a better job? So I'm here for Ice Spice to out-rap Nicki Minaj. Let's see what that looks like in 2024. Don't pull back now. You were gassed up. You did it. You know what I mean? People are saying, well, Armon, it's not a big deal. She should be able to do that. She should be able to. No, optically, this looks messy. But I'm starting to realize Ice Spice is messy. Or her team is messy. And the thing is, I'm not here to say that you can't work with people that Nicki has worked with. But the thing is, that's like Ice Spice saying, you know what, I'm going to re-record Monster. And we're going to take Nicki out and I'm going to record a Monster verse. Like, those are one of Nicki's iconic verses. Like, you think that you're going to go and I'm cool with you. I didn't want the song cleared. So you're going to go and backdoor me and jump on the record. Oh, okay. I don't know. I would feel a way about that, especially if I was cool with you. You know what I mean? And I could see Lotto or somebody like that, but Ice Spice doing it, I'm like, I think Ice Spice should have been a little bit more strategic with that one. Like, all publicity ain't necessarily good. All this, I don't need this moment unless she really ate it and this was going to be her career. Like, this would have to be, for me, her career groundbreaking verse, because what you're essentially saying here is that you can out rap Nicki on this record. That is what any female rapper is saying that says, I'm going to do that. Any female rapper that says, I'll do the new body, you're saying, I can out rap Nicki on this. That's what you're saying. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat that. That is what you're saying. So you're getting in the ring. And I'm okay with it. But let's just call a spade and call it what it is. Now, I've been saying for quite some time now that something in the milk isn't clean with the Ice Spice situation. Now, here's the thing. Ice Spice is extremely messy. So, she goes back and forth. But, if I'm messy, she's messy. Y'all call me a flip-flopper, She goes back and forth between Nicki and Cardi and this and that. And she likes it, she likes that one. When you can tell when she's beefing with Nicki, she's liking Cardi B posts. You can tell when she's not feeling Cardi, she's back over here with Nicki. And then she's over there, she's subtweeting here. You know what I mean? So, here's the hot tea. So, apparently, and I don't know how true this is. This is allegedly. This is allegedly. But come close. So allegedly. Now don't quote me. But apparently Nicki Minaj allegedly, I want to say this again because my now I don't lie. So I'm not making this up. I heard this, but I wasn't there. So I don't know how true this is. But apparently it's been some tea on and off for a while, because the management is not really necessary with Ice Spice per se. It's with Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's management team. As far as clearing records, payments, business. It's like business dealings that are like Nicki and Ice Spice's team hadn't been seeing eye to eye with for a while. So it got so bad allegedly at the Barbie World video shoot, Nicki Minaj cussed out Ice Spice and cussed out her team. Now, they were saying that Ice Spice was in the corner nervous, scared, spooked and nervous. They said Nicki Minaj went slapped the fuck off on set. Didn't want to film with her, didn't want to be in scenes with her, was going off. Carried on Ice Spice. And the team, Ice Spice was just kind of like gagging, and just trying to be cool. But Nicki was not having it. I don't know exactly what happened. But something happened on that set where Nicki was not happy and she went slapped off on Ice Spice. and her team, and it was a nasty rant, and she was giving like, keep this girl the fuck away from me. I don't fuck this, like all of that, allegedly. And so they weren't speaking for a while during that time. Then gradually they kind of came back because Ice Spice was a little nervous, but then Nicki went off, and they've kind of been in and out with each other. But I don't think that the relationship is really as tight as it was in the beginning. They slowly but surely fell out, and I do hear that it was because of the management team, and Ice Spice, essentially is going to follow the guidance of her management. So Nicki started to see that Ice Spice was a little bit shifty and will do anything for a moment. And here's the thing. Once Nicki sees that you're trying to get in her lane, you are out the way because now you're competition. So, and this is why, I think people should just be honest. Like, girl, Ice Spice, you don't want to be JT. You don't want to be kind of like a cool girl on the side. You don't want to be the princess. You don't want to be kind of a part of the bad bitch crew and with the queen, Nicki. You kind of want to be the leader and have your own bad bitches, and that's okay. But I think people need to be honest with that because you can't come in you can't be the queen in Nicki's kingdom. If you want to be the queen, Nicki's the queen, so you're going to have to take her out. You can't be friends with her if you want to be the queen. It's only one queen. And so, you can't try to get close to me and then try to beat me. And so I get it. So Nicki's like, all right, girl, you got to go. But yes, child. So apparently they've been having pressure on and off. More so, Nicki's not really feeling Ice Spice because the way that she moves, but Ice Spice still tries to keep a united front here and there, but then it gets real shifty, and then you'll see Ice Spice over here. So I don't know how deep that goes. Again, that's allegedly, but my sources really don't lie. So perhaps there has been some issues since there, and so now it's very clear that they don't fool with each other as much, because think about it. Nicki doesn't shout out Ice Spice anymore. Nicki doesn't really do the performance stuff. Nicki gives Ice Spice nothing. However, Ice Spice will try to act like, she's still friendly with Nicki from time to time, but yet you're sending in verses for nobody. I think that's very, very interesting. Again, I think Ice Spice, I'm not mad at her for doing the verse. I just think that she's a little sneaky and and I think she should just be honest about the fact that, girl, listen, I'm in it for myself. I'm not in it for no friends. I want a lead position. I want main character energy. And girl, I feel like, girl, I could do a better job where I can revive the song. I don't want to be your princess. I want to be the queen in my own right. I don't want to follow. I don't want to be in Nicki Minaj's shadow. I want to set my own standard. And girl, if I want to get on this new body, I'm getting on this new body. And that's fine. But the thing is, y'all can't come in here every other week trying to diss Nicki Minaj like she's the queen, but yet you're doing real kind of shifty things like that, getting into messy business, doing messy business with Kanye West, and then trying to pull back once you realize, ooh, this could really be messy. You knew that was going to be messy before you did it. But a piece of me feels like that her team is so messy that they don't mind this getting out because this creates buzz around Ice Spice's name, which has been really quiet for her lately. However, I will say if this new body comes out and if this is really a record that really exists, this will get leaked and we will hear it. And it better be good. If it's trash, Ice Spice is over with. She's going to get red. Now, had this been a fire record, this could have been something that took Ice Spice to the next level in a major way. But those are my thoughts on this. I don't think Ice Spice should have taken the bait. However, I think if she did, in fact, take the bait, this is a clear indication that, her and the Nicki Minaj relationship is done. She doesn't see any value in it anymore, and it's not worth salvaging unless she had a conversation with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was like, girl, I wouldn't trip. But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel weird about it. On top of the fact that, girl, you've been at football games and world tours with Taylor Swift, but yet I don't know. It's just, I get business is business. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but because it just feels like Ice Spice, girl, you're just being very calculated in what you're doing and you're not really thinking. You're getting in the middle of a mess. And I just feel like I wouldn't have took the bait and let Kanye put me in the mess like this unless I felt like I could do it. You know, and if you feel like you could do it, then who are we to say that you shouldn't? Put it on the floor. But my thing is, don't change your mind and then want to not release it after you took the time to write it, record it, and send it. That'd be my whole thing. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Also, do you think that Nicki Minaj cussed out Ice Spice? What do you guys think about that, T? On the set of Barbie World? Let me know. All right, you all. Bye.